It's coffee time. And I'm feeling better. Not like perfect, but I'm feeling much better than I was yesterday and the day before, for sure. Today, we didn't do a whole lot, but we had lunch with Danny Sexbang because Kate and I are both big Ninja Sex Party fans. So I was like, hey, Danny and I are actually friends now. Maybe like we could all grab lunch together and then you'd get to meet him. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. So we went and we had food with him and that was super fun. And what else did we do? Oh, we went to Pinkberry because I was like, man, you know what? I love Pinkberry. While you're here, we should totally go to Pinkberry. And she was like, what's Pinkberry? I said, well, it's a froyo place. I'm not supposed to eat it, obviously, because I'm lactose intolerant, but it's delicious. And she said, well, I could go for that right now. I was like, so could I. So we just kept on driving. We were literally like driving by my house. And then I mentioned that and she said, you want to go now? I was like, yeah. Yep, let's go now. So we just kept on driving and went to get froyo, and that was really nice. But for the most part, today has been like decently chill. A lot of just like sitting. We finished all of Teen Wolf, so I've now officially seen all of Teen Wolf. The dogs. I think there's a new dog in the neighborhood. That's my conclusion, because there's no reason for these dogs to suddenly have such a big deal going between all of them. They're all just so angry, and I don't get it. It's obnoxious in the worst ways. They always bark around 11 o'clock on the dot for like 3 nights now, and I don't understand. Last night, Kate and I were still, like, the first couple of nights we had gone to bed around that time, because when she first got in, she was still jet lagged, and then the second night, I wasn't feeling good, and she was still jet lagged, so we were like, well, let's go to bed early again. Last night, we actually stayed up, and it was around 11 o'clock again that these dogs just started all up on each other. There must be a new dog. That's the only thing I can think of. Man. Everybody was saying that this season of Teen Wolf got like kind of intense. It does. Here's one thing that the Teen Wolf writers are really good at. They're really good at misdirection. I think that most people who watch the show would say that while watching it, the things that they assume wind up not being true. I love that. It's not easy to predict. It's easy to think that you've predicted it and be like, oh, well, obviously this person is this. And then it turns out that they're not. So now I've started going, oh, well, obviously that person is not it, because all of the signs are like vaguely pointing toward that person. So it's probably not them. It's probably somebody else. So who could it be? And then you like go through this huge list. You try to guess. And apparently there's a Teen Wolf drinking game. So when I rewatch this show with Ro, we're probably just going to do the Teen Wolf drinking game, because that sounds amazing. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. My cat and I have developed a new game. Allow me to demonstrate. Where is Shakespeare? Is he still up there? Yeah, there he is. Okay, so my cat was sitting up in the loft bed, and he really loves Little Magnet Shakespeare. He loves him. So I had him on one of the rungs, like right there, and he was grabbing at him. And I grabbed it, and I say, you can't have Shakespeare. And he kept trying to grab at it, so I started tossing it in the air, and he would, like, try to grab at it with his claws before it came back down to me, and he got really good at it, to the point where he, like, way preferred that. So he'd, like, catch it, and then he'd, like, knock it down with his paw. He'd, like, knock it off so that I could grab it again and then toss it again. It was awesome. So we've developed a new family game that we can play together. It's very exciting. It was really, really fun. I think tomorrow we might go to the beach. So that'll be a fun thing. And, yeah. This was my first time going to Bel Air, by the way. I didn't realize that Bel Air was so close to me. It was like a 10-minute drive. Super close. But, oh man, is it bougie. Oh my goodness. I don't know if any of you live in Bel Air, but oh my. Suddenly, the second you get off the freeway and you're like driving through those neighborhoods, you're like, oh, every house is gated. And every store that you go by has like a French name. I was like, where am I? What's happening? I don't belong here. And the lot where I parked, this was when we went to lunch. The lot where I parked, when we got out of the car, Kate was like, well, you're not driving a BMW or a Porsche, so I don't think you can park here because like all of the cars around us were like really expensive, nice, clean cars, and my car is just like so dirty and like not old, but older, obviously older. It's a Subaru. I was like, hmm, 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 mm-hmm. So I was reveling in the fact that my car stuck out quite a bit in that parking lot. I was like, oh, yes, that car, the one that has smog damage. Yes, that's mine. Why do you ask? Man, that omelet was good, by the way. What was the name of the place? Le Pain, Quotidien? Was that the name of it? Le Pain Quotidien? I'm gonna look. What was the name of it? Le Pain Quotidien. Yep. So if ever you're in Bel Air, well, in Brentwood specifically, if ever you're in Brentwood, you go to Le Pain Quotidien. They have really good omelets. Now you know all the infos. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else going on right now. Kate's netbook like died, like big time died. She was doing this this whole like cleaning process of it because it was going slow and it started running faster and she was like, "Okay, I'm just going to round this all off with a defrag." So she defragged it and when it was almost done with the defrag, it just died. It just like and now it's saying that it has no operating system and it keeps like rebooting and restarting and rebooting and restart like it's not actually opening up an operating system, like it can't find it. And she's like, what happened? Like, is the hard drive just dead? So, yeah, so she's going to be using my laptop for a little while. I think that the next person that she's going to go visit said that he has, like, Linux on a flash drive. So she's probably going to try to just put Linux on it if it literally just deleted the operating system for some reason. She's going to try to just reboot it with Linux instead, which will be a lot easier on a netbook anyway, because I don't know, I don't see any reason for a netbook to not have Linux, honestly. Like I've said before, my netbook had Linux on it. And you know, if all you're using your netbook for is like writing and surfing the net, then why? It doesn't need Windows. It really doesn't. Like Linux can help you out, yo. So yeah, but overall, pretty chill day. And like I said, tomorrow I think we're gonna go to the beach and maybe finally see Magic Mike because we didn't do it yet. Uh, but other than that, nothing really going on. But I hope that you guys had a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. All right, goodbye. Mwah. That was weird.